everyone, welcome back. As I mentioned last week, I'd be at the 54th National Stearman Fly-In in Galesburg, Illinois, and I'm here with Pete Jones. Pete is an icon in this industry. I've known Pete for a lot of years. Told you I'd try and wrangle him and talk to him a little bit so the rest of you could meet him. He's probably been one of the most inspirational builders and pilots in the Stearman community. Maybe to clarify who Pete is, Pete Jones founded Air Repair in the late 70s, I think. It's in Cleveland, Mississippi, and he is the premier Stearman rebuilder and has done about 145 restorations, I believe. He also does bird dogs. He's a great engine guy. He does Jacobs, Continentals, PT6s, and just really well known and all-around wealth of information from Pete. So you can look him up. It's Air Repair, Inc. So Pete, a little bit, how'd you get started, or what do you want to tell everybody?
Well, sometimes I say I got started this hanging out with a bad crowd, but my earliest recollection of Stearman is when I was a kid. I had a neighbor that was a crop duster, and he landed in the field behind our house and would go in and eat lunch and leave that 450 Stearman running, just sitting there idling, and I just fell in love with it. So, in the Mississippi Delta, there's been a lot of Stearmans there in the crop dusting business, so just caught my attention early on in life. After I went to Embry-Riddle, decided I got a flyer for an auction in Lubbock, Texas, Stearman auction, and I went out there and I bought my first airplane and a bunch of spares. So I decided I would build an airplane and sell it and maybe parlay up to getting one for myself. And I did that. After 145 restorations, I got my own airplane here. So it's a long road, but had a lot of fun, met a lot of interesting people along the way.
Pete, that's just amazing. And the airplanes that you've put out are just drop dead gorgeous. I think they're the prettiest ones here. I'm fortunate to have one. I think I got the second last one you built, and yours here is the last one you built?
Yes, it is, 145.
And which engine did you put on these?
I decided to go ahead with the Jacobs engine. Treat myself to something. I want to treat myself to an airplane. Might as well have the best engine we were offering.
Yeah, and that it is. I'm lucky. I have the Jacobs too, and boy, it just makes the Stearman into a wonderful airplane.
Nice combination.
A lot more power, and not that much more fuel burn. No, it's not overpowered. And the fuel burn is actually us flying up here side by side with 3 other Stearmans with 220s. We burn the exact same amount of fuel between stops if we go the same speed. So that was amazing. What's the most fun you're having with Stearmans?
Well, we've kind of gotten out of the restoration business, and we're still dabbling in the parts. We have the brakes and the tail wheels, and still in the engine overhaul. But I talk to people every day about Stearman. Seems like it. I get calls all the time, so I'm always glad to help. But up here I've seen a new generation, so these guys need to take hold of it, run with it. I hope we keep this thing going.
Yeah, I think you and I have both the same goal. How do we get the younger generation excited about this? A little comment about your customer service. I think I'll just say this very candidly. Pete sets the bar for customer service in this industry. I've never known somebody that just always picks up the phone and gets back to you and just has all the answers usually. So from
not all that big, is it?
Yeah, I hear the community saying a lot of great things about you, and I know I've personally experienced it. So
the pitfall with calling me is you might get my opinion on something. So it's everybody has their own methods and their own ideas and their own opinions, and sometimes I'm helpful, sometimes I'm not so patient with people that don't share my own opinion. So for that, I'll ask your forgiveness, but if I've offended you. So, but no, I'm always glad to do what I can.
Yeah, it shows. It comes through very much. How many airplanes do you think that you've actually restored are here this time?
I've been counting. I think I've got of our restorations about 10 airplanes here.
Wow.
So over the years we've accounted for roughly 10% of the attendance here.
Yeah, we have about 77 or so that's even a little more. That's really great. Yeah. Trying to snag you during the day is a challenge here. Somebody's always on your coattails asking questions.
I don't want to come up here and act like I know it all. I'm just a regular guy up here now.
Yeah. So Pete, thanks for your time. And you know, we're both kind of on the same mission, and that's that we need a younger crowd here with these airplanes, so they're going to end up in museums. For those of you over the next couple of days, today's some flying, and yeah, it might be a little windy, but Saturday, I think there's some fun everybody could watch. We got spot landing contests, short field contests, formation contests. It is Saturday. You're looking for a fly out place. Galesburg, Illinois is really the place to come to this weekend. Weather's great, and as I mentioned, 77 to 80 Stearmans are here. It's like going back into a World War II flying field, right? I'm actually surprised we got through this video without some radio engine noise.
Well, yeah, we just had one guy shut down before this, so yeah, it's always a lot of noise, but yeah, this is a fun place,
And you know, as some of you have heard me maybe talk about or write about, this is one of the neatest fly-ins. It's all about the camaraderie and the airplanes. There aren't vendors, there's no high pressure sales. It's just really, really good people. So come out and visit, and thanks for watching.